Hello everyone and welcome to the Carcode YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Sam. As you can see, I've got a little bit of a different video today. I'm checking out this first generation Honda Prelude 1979 model year. I'm in the US, I'm in LA at the moment. It's very exciting to be here. A huge thanks to Carl Pulley from the American Honda collection. I've had a great tour today. He showed me loads of cool Hondas, motorbikes and cars, everything from Honda. During my time in the States, I'm driving a Civic Si, which I really like, the new car, but then this is quite retro, quite a throwback. So today I'm going to give it a quick overview and see what's changed in the many years. Very much that 80s boxy inspiration. It arrived on the market for 1978. However, this is a 1979 model year. One key difference you can see is with the mirror. Instead of being mounted on the bonnet, you've got it at the side here, and you don't have a passenger side mirror, just your driver's mirror. So maybe if seeing behind you is overrated, you like this car, and you've got your interior mirror, of course. And it was also made eventually in the US as well. This is made in Japan, of course, but for left-hand drive. So it is for a US market car, and there were obviously a few key differences between a Japanese car and the American model. To the side, I think you can really see that it's had some American inspiration, definitely. The rear, the square kind of saloon shape, it does look really quite cool. It's boxy. I prefer a curvier look like the new Prelude. I think that looks really cool, whereas this is that more retro boxy look. What do you prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you a fan of the smooth curvy look that you got in the 90s and also what's kind of coming back now? Or do you like those sharp, solid, square lines? I mean, I have 3 Volkswagen Golfs, so surely it would be the boxy that I'd prefer, but I actually prefer a little bit of curves on the car. How cool are these wheels as well? 13 inches, absolutely tiny, massive sidewall, a far cry from the 18s you get as standard on the new Prelude. So that's very cool. I like them, very retro. The little old Honda logo as well, very nice. Provides quite a good suspension just from the tyre alone. Take a quick look at the interior of it as well. Very different to what you get on a newer Honda. Very thin steering wheel, which I really like. It doesn't have power steering, so that means moving off it, it's very heavy, but the small wheels definitely help a lot with that. A surprisingly modern feature this car has is working AC. It works very well actually, so that's great, and of course quite needed in this California heat, something that you get on the new one as well. However, in terms of parking assistance, this is not an easy car to park. You've got just one side mirror, and of course no parking sensors, so it's not as easy to park as a new Prelude. I've been out the coast maybe filming this car for 20 minutes or so, and I've already had 3 people come up and compliment the car and the interior as well. It's got this beautiful burnt orange interior, which I love. Let's definitely bring back some more fun colours interiors. Also, something else that I was surprised to see, a nice modern feature for the time, is the 3-pointed seat belt, a huge safety feature. This was actually introduced by Volvo. They were the first to make it, design it, patent it, but they let everyone use it for everyone's safety, which is so nice. So the seats and seat belts are signature Carcode orange, how fitting. Another nice feature is the glass roof as a standard feature, which is really nice and something we see carried over to some modern Hondas as well. You won't be surprised to see that the back seat practicality isn't necessarily amazing in the back of this car. 2 seats in the back, and it's actually tighter than it looks, so it's a bit cozy back here. It's like the 3rd row on a bigger car. You've got a little light back here though as well, and storage bins in the back for both people. You've also got an ashtray there, the days when you'd be smoking away in the car. Tension seat belts as well. Great safety feature as well when that was added to stop kind of you flinging forward instead of just being a fixed lap belt that we saw on earlier cars. And the nice materials interior continues throughout. They don't always do that nowadays. Let's take a quick look under the bonnet of the Prelude and see what powers it. Prelude, well, I say Prelude normally. Okay, see, oh, it opens this way. It nearly got me. So here you find the engine, and in true Honda style, it had another innovation included in the engine, which was Compound Vortex Controlled Combustion. What does that mean? Well, basically, when the fuel was injected, it was a more lean mixture that it was giving the engine of air and fuel, making it more efficient, and also meaning that the emissions were really low, and it actually passed the EPA American low emission ratings. It actually beat them which was a big deal, especially all that time ago. Then when they added the catalytic converter in 1983, that made it even more less polluting, better for the environment. So it's very clever. Naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, and this has got a 5-speed manual, making about 80 brake horsepower. So it's not going to blow you away, but it's nippy enough actually. It didn't feel slow at all. Apparently the carburetor distributor on this car is quite complicated, so they can be a bit tricky to work on. But yeah, it just goes to show how ahead of the time Honda can always seem to be. Okay, but what you might really be wanting to know is how the Mark 1 drives, so let's take it for a spin. Okay, so let's take this thing for a drive. Of course, we got the traditional windy windows. They did have some US cars that had electric windows at this point. I'll start her up. There we go. The first thing you will notice is there's no power steering. A bit heavy, but not too bad. I really like this thin steering wheel. Very retro, very nice. These seats look very comfortable, but they're not very comfortable, but they look cool, don't they? It's more for a weekend fun car. Definitely a conversation starter, this car. As I say, I had loads of people stop and say, oh my God, what is that? And lots of people just didn't recognize it because it's not got those pop-up headlights and things like that. It rides on 13-inch wheels, this thing. I'm just locking that door. It rides on 13-inch wheels, so you've got a nice chunky sidewall, unlike a new model, but of course suspension now is much more advanced, and it has to be because the cars are so much heavier. This is quite a lightweight vehicle. Newer cars are much heavier for a lot of reasons. For safety, makes sense. Cool. Okay, so 80 brake horsepower may not sound like a lot, but on a lightweight car like this, it actually feels quite nippy, especially round town. Honestly, as much as I love a retro car, I do prefer something a bit more modern than this, because this makes you feel a bit more vulnerable, especially here. Have you seen how big the trucks are? It just looks funny on today's roads, like with these massive SUVs everywhere. Like look, like even the compact cars, like I'm in a Civic, which is a compact car. It is a lot bigger than this. So in like 40 odd years, cars have increased a lot. It's nice. Smooth drive. I mean, it's not really hard to drive as some older cars can be. Like some old cars are like, they can be a bit challenging, but this is actually surprisingly quite easy to drive. Oh, is that someone's home? It's a church. Ooh, up the hill, down the dip and up the hill. It's not gonna blow you away, the power in this thing. And it is like a few things that does always surprise me, like in some older cars that they have it. Like the old Mustang that had some creature comforts that you just wouldn't expect. That was a 78? Yeah. So just a year before this. So yeah, like you started to see aircon, you started to see the 3-point seat belts in the cars. This has got a digital clock. There we go.
Continue on Palos Verdes Boulevard for 3 miles.
Okay, so see, getting to 35, which is the speed limit here, very easy. I really wish there was a mirror on that side. That would really help. There's less blind spots on these cars. There's no airbags in the pillars, so they're really thin. So that means your view out is very good. So that does help when driving. You have the rear mirror though, and you do have your left mirror, so you can at least see what's on that side. And just like that, I am back at the HQ. A huge thanks to Carl Pulley at the American Honda Collection for making this video possible. Had a great day checking out the museum, essentially, of so many classic Hondas. And it was great to find the origin story of the Prelude. I think it's a really cool car. And honestly, sometimes old cars surprise me with how modern they feel in some ways. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, this feels old. Steering, when there's no power steering, when you're setting off, it's so heavy, that makes it feel old. But the seat belts, that makes it feel more new. AC, air conditioning, a digital clock on this one, that all feels quite new. 90s models with the pop-up headlights are more my style, but then this boxy, straight, clean look is also quite smart too. So yeah, I do really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's something quite different to my usual new car reviews. However, there's plenty more of those on the channel if you want to go and check them out. Thanks again to Honda USA for making this video possible and many more, and also lending me the Civic Si for my time in the US. been a great car, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.